casual tiara for today because it is raining and I just want to be in comfortable clothes and light makeup, so yeah. But anyway, actually recently I got a comment from a viewer asking me of recommendations on products to buy from the drugstore pertaining to like starting a new makeup collection. And although I've replied her, I felt that maybe there might be others out there, any of you out there who are also intending to like start, you know, playing around with makeup, or you want to restart your makeup collection and you don't know where to start and you want like drugstore options or cheaper options, then that's why I decided to make a video for it. So I hope that you will find this helpful. Most of the things that I'm going to be talking about in this video you can actually find at Watsons, or some of them I got them online, but you know, there are some people who are not comfortable with buying things online just yet, so I'm just giving you guys the option and I hope you will find it very, very helpful. So let's just get into the video. Personally, if you are a young viewer like in secondary school or something like that, I would assume that your skin is still quite alright. You don't need a thick layer of makeup. But in any case, for my viewers who do want to know what good drugstore foundation is out there, let me just tell you, my first recommendation will be the Revlon Colorstay foundation. I use the color 310 Warm Golden, and oh my, this foundation, right, it has medium coverage but it's buildable and it doesn't feel like you're wearing a lot of things or putting on a lot of things on your skin. Like, you don't really feel like you're wearing a thick layer of makeup, which is something that I really like. And you can get it from Watsons. It's about $30.90. I don't know whether they have increased the price. I have no idea if they have increased the price just yet, but as always, I will recommend you guys to catch them when they have like 20% off or store-wide discount or something like that, because it's so much more worth it to get it then. But yeah, I highly recommend this foundation if you are looking for one that's a drugstore option. Now, for concealer, I never really tried any other drugstore concealers like from Maybelline or from Revlon, but I personally know that the Collection Cosmetics Lasting Perfection Concealer is one of the best drugstore concealers out there. You have heard so many beauty bloggers talking about it and beauty gurus talk about it, and I have it and I love it as well. I have it in the color medium 3. It's creamy, it's not so thick that it's you know, it's drying. You can just cover this, you can use this to cover your blemishes or put it under your eyes, and it's amazing. For the price you pay for it, it's one of like a very worth it kind of product. It's like about $14.90 and it's available in Watsons as well. Now, to set your foundation and concealer, I recommend using a setting powder. The one that I use is actually the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. I understand that you can't get this in Watsons. If you are interested in getting the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder, I always get mine from either under20.com or shoppingdistrict.net. It's about $13 and it works pretty fine for me. I really like it. It sets my foundation and my concealer really nicely. Mine is in the color Transparent. But again, if you're not interested in the whole like buying things online kind of thing, I've heard that the Maybelline Dream Matte powder, yeah, the Dream Matte powder is also a good drugstore option. Dayang, or DYGANS90 here on YouTube, who is my boyfriend's sister, she uses the Dream Matte powder and she loves it, and she has oily skin. So if you have oily skin and you are looking for a drugstore like setting powder or blotting powder or something like that, you should go check that out. I think it's slightly more expensive than the Rimmel one. Now moving on to the eyes, let me just start with the brows first. My friend actually recommended the Silkygirl High Definition Brow Liner. Mine is in the color 02 Dark Brown. I think they only have two colors, the dark brown and the black, but I chose the dark brown instead. It works perfectly fine and it's only $12.90. It has a spoolie on one end and the pencil, which is an angled like looking pencil, is on the other end. And I mean, all the high-end like brow pencils also have a spoolie on one end and the pencil on the other end, and it's just more expensive. So if you're looking for a cheaper alternative, I think that this is a good one to try. Now to set your brows, for those of you who think that you want to set your brows and give it some tint, I will recommend the Kate Eyebrow color in BR01. There are other shades as well, so pick and choose the shade that you think will match your hair color or your brow color the most. Mine is just this brown color and it's in the color BR1. It tints my brow hairs naturally. It doesn't look artificial or anything, and it keeps my brows in place. I rarely use a brow set actually, but when I do use it, I actually really like the effect of it, and I've gotten a lot of compliments when I do use this brow set. Now for eyeshadow, if you are someone who's just starting to get into makeup, I think that, you know, getting a palette can be quite what's that word? It can be quite overwhelming because you do not know exactly where to put what color and what to do with all the colors, and you end up not using it as much. So if you are really just new with like makeup, I suggest you kind of just take a step back a little bit and not go for the eyeshadow palettes just yet. But don't worry, I will actually tell you guys or let you guys know what I think or what I recommend if you are interested in experimenting with eyeshadow. But first, for those of you who are really new and want a wash of color on your lids, I will recommend these. These are the Maybelline Color Tattoos. They are about $15.90 over in Watsons, and again when they are on sale it's about $12.90. I have the color Bad to the Bronze, Edgy Emerald, Pomegranate Pink, and Inked in Pink. And these things, right, you can use them just by itself or as a base for eyeshadow. But like I mentioned, if you're new to makeup and you just want a wash of color on your lids, this is the answer to all your prayers. It's so easy to use, it's so fast. All you have to do is just use your fingers, blend it onto your lids, and that's pretty much it. This thing does not crease at all. It stays on all day, and it's just so worth it. It's a very helpful product, and I always use it when I'm in a rush, or you know, I just don't have time to put on, like, use a brush and put on eyeshadow. I'll just use my fingers and I'll just like blend it on my eyelids, and if I want I can put eyeliner. If I don't want, I can just curl my eyelashes, put mascara, and I'm good to go. So this is a really quick fix for those of you who are really new to eyeshadow and makeup in general. But if you're feeling experimental and you want to try out some eyeshadow looks, I think that you can get some NYX eyeshadow palettes over at Sephora. I think that they range from about $14 to $20-ish, which I think it's pretty alright for an eyeshadow palette. And I think some of the eyeshadow palettes have like 6 to 12 colors, which is also pretty worth it. So I think you should go and check the NYX counter over in Sephora if you want to see like what eyeshadow palettes that you should get. If you're new, I think that you should get something that's kind of neutral so that it's easy for you to play around with, as compared to something that's colorful and vibrant. But if you want, you can just go and try, you know, and experiment, because makeup is all about experimenting anyway. Now for eyeliner, I rarely use pencil eyeliner from the drugstore, honestly. But if you are, you know, if you want to use a liquid eyeliner, this goes without saying, the Maybelline Hypersharp eyeliner. It's like a pen, and it's a felt tip. It doesn't go like wonky after you use it for so long. It helps you create a super thin line. I already have done a tutorial on like the tips that I have to draw winged eyeliner and to use liquid or this kind of felt tip eyeliners in general, so I will link that down below or around the area. It's freaking amazing for the price that you pay. It's about $18.90, $19.90-ish, and it lasts for so long. It doesn't smudge easily. It creates a really nice winged eyeliner. If you are intending to draw a winged eyeliner, it does, yeah, it just stays on all day. It's waterproof and I just really like it. If you're on a budget, this is it. Like, this is something that you can actually really try, and I really love this. I've been using this for quite a fair bit, and I really highly recommend this to anyone and everyone. I've recommended this to so many people. I can't even keep track on of how, like, on who or how many people I've like recommended this to, because it is really for the price you pay, it's a very good product. Now for mascara. Honestly speaking, I think you can never go wrong with Maybelline mascaras. I love the Rocket and the Maybelline the Cat Eyes. The Rocket just gives so much volume, and the Magnum really flares out your eyelashes. I like these two together, but honestly the Rocket is just enough for really nice, fluttery, lengthening, volumized lashes. So yeah, I highly recommend Maybelline what's this thing called? Mascaras. What? Now onto the cheeks. Okay, I have personally never tried any Maybelline or Revlon like, or Can Make or whatever blushes from Watsons or anything, but I know that you can get NYX blushes over in Sephora, and NYX blushes are one of the cheapest blushes. It's like about $10 to $12, and you get so many pretty colors. This one is in the color Dusty Rose. This is one of my favorites. It's a really muted kind of pink, and it's so pigmented. A little goes a long way, and I just really love the quality of these blushes. And you know, it's like I said, it's like a cheaper alternative if you are on a budget, or if you're starting a new makeup collection. Like, you can never go wrong with the NYX square blushes. If you are, you know, alright with buying things online, I highly recommend the Wet n Wild blushes. Oh my god, I've heard so many beauty gurus talk about these blushes, and honestly speaking, they are one of the cheapest and the best blushes that I own. This is even cheaper than the NYX blushes. This is available at shoppingdistrict.net, and it costs only $7.90. The pigmentation is crazy. You just really need like a dab on your brush and you're good to go. The colors are so pretty. This one is in Pearlescent pink. It's one of the famous ones, and it's one of my favorites. It's kind of like a dupe for NARS Deep Throat or NARS Orgasm, and it's just so beautiful. And the fact that the quality is so good, and you only pay like $8 for it. Like, what? So if you are an online shopper, or you're comfortable with buying things online, I highly recommend this blusher. So now onto lips. This is where you can get extremely experimental, because I don't know, lips or lipsticks or lip products are something that you can, you know, always try and experiment. Like bright colors or nude colors or dark colors, you know, it's really just very much up to you. And if you are going to the drugstore and you ask me what lip product to buy, I will say go to the Revlon counter. Revlon has some of the best lip products I've ever tried, especially from the drugstore. This is their I highly recommend their Super Lustrous lipstick, which is in the black and the gold trim packaging. Another product is the Balm Stains from Revlon. This is the original one, and this is in honey. This is one of my favorites. It's a really nice nude kind of like everyday kind of color. It's just so moisturizing, it stays on your lips, and it's so easy to apply. Like, you can never go wrong. You can wear it without a mirror and stuff. And this is the Color Burst Matte Balm Stains, and this is even more pigmented and it's matte. So I really like this as well. It's just so easy to use. It's just a crayon. You can never go wrong with lip crayons. Revlon Butter lipsticks are amazing as well. They're so moisturizing. Perfect for people who are just very new in makeup. And again, another online option. Actually no, you can get this from Sephora as well. I highly recommend the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams. They are like what, $10–12, and the pigmentation is crazy. It's really very good. It doesn't really dry your lips in my opinion, and the color is just really nice. I'm wearing one now, and this is in the color Milan. I got this color actually over in shoppingdistrict.net. Sephora doesn't have all or a lot of the color range for the soft matte lip creams are not that much. So if you really want to see what colors are available, I think that you should go online. But if you want to see or swatch how the texture feels like, you can head over to Sephora and do that, because they do carry the soft matte lip creams. And lastly, what are you going to apply your makeup with, right? So I will highly recommend you guys to check out the Real Techniques brushes. Real Techniques just recently arrived in Singapore shores, meaning to say that you can actually get them from Guardian Plus, or actually some Watsons do carry it. I didn't get mine with the set, but I highly recommend you guys to get the one with the set. There's like different sets and it's around like $30+, and I think for 4 or 5 brushes it's really very worth it. These brushes are super soft and they don't shed. It's easy to wash them, it's very easy to maintain, and it's just really good quality brushes, and they are really affordable as well. And if you did not know, this is actually by Samantha Chapman or Pixie Woo here on YouTube, one of the Pixie Woo sisters. So with that, we've come to the end of today's video. Please give the video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it and found it helpful, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, or if you want to see more videos from me. Leave a comment down below letting me know your video requests and what you would like to see. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!